What's up guys, Flectarn from Development Team 6 here, here to bring you yet another gear overview. And today we will be doing the Patagonia AOR1 combat set, level 9 BDU combat set, whatever it is. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, and as I already described, this is a Patagonia, as you can see here, AOR1 level 9 combat set. This is issued to SEALs right now in place of the Cries, and is currently issued an AOR2 and multicam as well to some of the Army SOF. Some main differences between this and the Cry, there's actually very little. The collar is a little bit shorter. I have noticed that the shirt material does seem to be weaker, which is evidently a notorious problem for these L9 combat sets, that after only a few uses, that the shirt material starts to rip. We'll move on over to the sleeve and see if I have this in focus. Excuse me for a minute. The sleeve does have Velcro for patch placement, but if I can pull it up here, you can see that the Velcro is actually AOR1 printed, which is a very cool addition. The pocket sleeves also have buttons for underwater operations, as the Velcro will come apart when submerged underwater. So these buttons basically hold all your essentials in there so they don't go flying out in the water. Moving on to the back of the arm, this combat shirt does have a pocket for elbow pad, the soft elbow pads like featured in the Navy Customs or the Cry G3s, but it won't take the field combat pad. Excuse me, elbow combat pad. I'm not sure if Patagonia makes a specific elbow pad for this, nor do I have any elbow pads from Cry to test. However, interpret this how you will. Worst comes to worst, if you do buy some Cries for these, you can just cut them down. Aside from that, this is pretty, for the most part, identical to the Cry combat shirt. I did leave one feature off. Additionally, just like the Cry combat shirt, your cuff is adjusted and secured by Velcro and this flap to adjust. So we'll do a view so you guys can see this. Once again, we got the AOR1 Velcro over here. We have your elbow pad pocket. We have your shorter collar, which in my opinion is not as nice because I generally like to fold my collar down, and this may be a problem with this. As you can see, it doesn't look like it has very much room to fold. Here's your back. All in all, very, very similar to a Cry combat shirt. So let's go ahead and move on over to the pants. So here we have our AOR1 Patagonia L9 combat pants. We'll start at the top. Once again, I'm going to be comparing these to Cry because this isn't a very new design, so the best thing to do is compare it to Cry. So let's start at the top. We have our Velcro closure, just like Cry. This is good. You can tighten it if you have a thinner waist, or you can leave it open if you have a larger waist. We have buttons to secure your flap, or your fly, excuse me. This is different from Cry, as Cry does use a zipper. Some people prefer buttons because zippers do fail. However, I prefer the zippers. If it fails, I'm not in a combat role or any sort of other role where I need to take my pants off, so that's not a problem. But for someone who does need to, these may be a better option. We have two belt loops here and two belt loops here. Not sure why you would need two. I'm sure there's some sort of intelligent design behind that. And then we have, it looks like, 3 more belt loops on the back, which is good. Move over to the front again. We have pockets. Of course, these are going to be a little different than your Cry. They're more, excuse me, Cry AC and NC. These are going to be a little more similar to the G3 style. It's actually a mix in between now that I think about it. The Cries, ACs seem to come down more, and the G3s are more up here. I do like the way these are cut. They go straight down, and if you can see, you can stuff a magazine or something in there, whatever it is, and they're not gonna fall out to the side. It's gonna be straight up. Once again, you have your other pocket over here, both left and right pockets. Make sure I'm in focus here still. We do have your frontal pockets, which, let me see, I have not inspected these too much. Your frontal pockets on both pant legs. Let me straighten this out, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Frontal pockets on both pant legs, probably about a cell phone sized, or a pack of smokes, maybe a Right in the Rain tablet. Like I said, you have them on both legs. You put whatever the hell you need in there, maybe a wallet. And then once again, just like on your Cries, you have side pockets that are secured by Velcro and buttons. There is no sort of retention in here, such as the Cry G3, which has an elastic band for securing magazines or water bottles, what have you. This is just a plain old pocket, which expands rather largely. So I can, you can fit probably about 3 to 4 AR mags in there, a couple of bottles of water. They do expand on the side, so you're not going to be pulling your pant too much when you have these fully loaded. They expand here as well. Nice feature. You do also have this on both legs, which is to be expected, but it's worth noting. So you can carry anything you want in every leg. We'll move over to the back. We do not have any sort of rear pockets, such as you would find on jeans or the Cries. I believe the Cry AC has a slit or something of that nature right here, and perhaps right here as well. And the Cry G3s, I know for a fact, have a zipper right here, most likely for wallet identification or whatever. That is a nice feature that is absent on these pants. So you're gonna have to move any items into a general purpose pack on your rig, general purpose pouch on your rig, or into these pockets on the front and on the side. Not too big of a problem, but I know I do like carrying stuff back here. These pants, while it does not look like it has stretch material back here, it actually does. This is AOR1 printed stretch material. It doesn't seem as stretchy as Cry, so that's definitely a down point for that. I have not heard of these blowing out, but that's definitely a potential problem. So we'll move back over to the front, and as we're slowly making our way down, we'll look at the crotch area. This area, move these back up. This area right here is notorious for blowing out on these pants. I have spoken with several seals, including the one I got this from, and this seems to be a pretty large problem. Evidently it correlates with your sizing. Say if you wear the wrong size pants, you're pretty much gonna blow your crotch out on these. So if you do wind up picking up a set, make sure you get the right size. This is not stretch material such as the Cry G3, and I'm sure it would have benefited from the stretch material itself. So, moving down the leg once again, we have our knee pad pockets, which is backed by AOR1 material, which is good in the event that you do not use knee pads, so you maintain an overall, I guess you would say, camouflage effort. This does not, above it, this does not have the stretch material such as both Cry AC, NC, all three AC, NC, and G3s have. It features nothing other than stitching and material. I have not tested this, so I cannot tell you how this performs. However, I know personally I would rather have the stretch material, as when I take a knee in my Cries, I can definitely feel the stretch. These knee pad pockets are lined with Velcro, so I'm pretty damn sure that they will accept, actually I know for a fact that they will accept the Cry style knee pads. I do not think Patagonia makes their own knee pads. However, if you do find something, let me know. This piece seems to be made out of stretch material. While it's not incredibly stretchy, it is nice because it will give some give, say when you put some stress on your knee. So that's pretty cool. And you have this on both knees, of course. So we'll move back over to the front, and we are almost done here going over the features. And we'll start over here since this pocket is visible. You do have an ankle pocket on these. This one is not secured by buttons, as you can see. So if you're a real deal guy and you plan to be doing some waterborne operation, I wouldn't suggest putting down anything down here, maybe getting some buttons. Maybe, I really don't even know what the hell you'd carry in these pockets other than a tourniquet, a red tip tourniquet. But I guess it is a nice feature, better to have and not need than to need and not have. And then just like our Cries, we do have a adjustable cuff, ankle cuff, I suppose you would say, on these, with once again AOR1 printed Velcro. And this is on both legs, of course, and these pockets are on both legs, of course. All these features on these pants are going to be identical from each side. So overall, these pants and this overall combat uniform is very identical to the Cry combat set, with the exception of the stretch material here, the back pockets on the pants. This stretch material being not as stretchy, so to speak. The combat shirt. The combat shirt is made out of a different material than the Cries. This is a Polartec. The Cry is a dry fire. We do have AOR1 printed Velcro all over this, which is incredibly unique, very cool. I can't tell you how it holds up over the Cry because I haven't used it a lot, nor have I spoke with operators who have had any problems with it. But what I can tell you, we'll recap, is that this shirt body, from what I understand, is not as strong as the Cries. This overall material on the shirt, this may just be me being picky. However, this overall material does not feel as strong as the Cry material either. So interpret that how you will. The pants do have a problem with getting blown out when you wear the wrong size in the crotch. So make sure you do get the right size on these. Overall, these are awesome pants. However, if you're going to spend the money, I would foot the extra bill for Cry. However, if you want to get AOR1 printed Velcro, definitely go for these. These look awesome, but for durability, and I would actually say perhaps even for functionality due to the absence of the stretch material, the weak shirt, and the not that stretchy stretch material in the back of the pants, and the absence of pockets in the back, I would go ahead and say get Cry over these, definitely. Now, something to keep in mind is Cry is no longer producing these uniforms for NSW. That's why NSW is contracted to Patagonia to provide these uniforms. So the Cries are going to be a lot harder to find over the next, however long. So thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions I didn't cover regarding this Patagonia set, please don't hesitate to ask either on our Facebook or here on the comments. Thanks, guys.